Don't blink. Is your blink. Welcome to our show. You guys are doing well because I'm having a wonderful day on this 9th June 25. As you can tell, it's pretty early on. This is the sun rising for us. You guys are doing well. It's a bit windy today. We got 25% of batteries, so let's use every single second that I have to film a Kenny versus Spenny recap. Now, smart people, what they do is they open up the phone or the computer to make sure that they're ready, we didn't do it. We have the classic filming on the tree, two phones, one tablet. Okay, I don't have the page open. Tell me, guys, when did we finish last time? It has been a while. Your boy doesn't have the best memories. Okay. But is it here? I don't even remember where I put it. Give me a sec. Don't stop. Okay, give me a sec. There you go. I cannot find it, so I'm just gonna do the proper way to do it. Okay, so what was the website? Episode list. That's perfect. That is perfect. So we'll be changing website. I haven't done a Kenny. Oh, there you go. Slows because it's too hot. Yeah, the sun is rising, so we had a pretty good morning. It's been a while since we did some Kenny versus Spenny, right? And we worked hard. So now I don't know where the thing is, but it's okay. We'll open up a new one. I cannot remember where to go. So what I'm gonna do, cut this shit out because I got some neighbors. Okay, so Kenny versus Spenny, dude. Okay, it's not working. We found it. Holy. Sorry about this. This is what happens when you're not planning your stuff. However, my defense, we've been filming for an hour 52. So we are at episode 19 of season 1. So who is the best actor? Who is the best actor is kind of like a good one. It's so nice because there's some continuity. By now, you're supposed to know who Kenny is and Spenny is. So it turns out they both have no fucking talent. It's like we can put on a beauty pageant when Kenny's saying that he cannot sing, so he does a poem. So Spenny has some talent, Kenny doesn't. It'll be raining today. I'm gonna bring the chair in because it's wood. So I was supposed to sneeze. I did sneeze. So Kenny wants to do the Kenny puts himself in a bad situation because he wants to be. He's gonna take somebody else and do the whole switcheroo. Now he does try something. So he tried the Julius Caesar. He tries the drunken hobo. Go figure as to why. He said no, I'm gonna cheat. And he has a mime do the thing. Do I believe a mime is an actor? Ugh, that is not up to. This is not up for me to decide. But I kind of would tend to think that it doesn't. Hey, maybe I'm wrong. If you're an actor, tell me if it is. If you're a mime, tell me if it is. So he ended up doing a super good profession. It's kind of like a boring episode for Kenny, but the result is phenomenal. They show how they're gonna do it. They have this mirror that is gonna go behind. They have this mask that go behind. They have this judge that is super cool. Then we have Spenny. Spenny once again asked for a professional, and he's talking about this guy going on Mars, going on Moon. Now the coolest thing about who's the better actor is they actually put in a competition called who can put on the best theater piece. So this is the upgrade version of that. So he has those ideas about, and it's super funny. You don't even know how funny it is. So in this one, he's talking about how he's in the French Revolution. He's going to get executed. And then he does a theater piece. And what does he play? He plays exactly that. So then the judge, who actually gives him good advice, asks him, "What's going on in your life right now? What is actually happening?" It's like this competition. So then he ends up being a prize fighter, right? And actually here, Spenny was very impressive, very impressive. It's not about his fucked up relationship with Kenny, right? How he doesn't like Kenny anymore, how they constantly fighting, how it's not such a toxic relationship. But they grew up together, and Kenny is the closest thing that Spenny had to a brother. See, it's kind of like a weird situation because socially speaking, Spenny does need Kenny more. Because Kenny has a friend, Kenny has a family. However, just like in episode 6, if it was for the show wouldn't exist without Spenny. Spoiler alert. There's even an episode where Spenny leaves and they try to find somebody else and it's complete shit. At the end, Kenny wins, which is not Kenny, it's the switcheroo. Sadly, I don't remember the humiliation. I don't remember what it is, but see, I feel bad about not remembering because some people just watch it for the humiliation. Some people will just watch. You want to make a lot of views? Do a compilation in order of the humiliation. You'll be rich. Next, we have who is the male stripper. So then, this one is actually kind of funny. So Kenny doesn't want to do the competition, and this is actually a really good competition. So for a lot of reasons. Possibly one of my favorite episode. And it's so good because in the later episode of season 1, it just goes to show how the relationship has gotten worse. Now, what they said in the interviews is they would do an episode per week. Season 1 is 26 episodes, so that's possibly 26 weeks of living together and competing against each other. So Kenny is like, I don't want to compete. Like, fuck the competition, I'm gonna give it up. But he said, I want to win without doing anything. Which is again a follow-up to the actor thing where he doesn't want to do anything. So like, I'm gonna pretend like I'm not gonna participate. That way Spenny will take the win. So what he does is it's fucking bullshit. There's very erotic scene in this one. But these are from the guy who can make a better porno, so who cares? My apologies. So on Spenny's side, he has a male stripper and he's asking for advice. And he's very copying. Spenny does put in the effort. He ends up putting the effort. He practices, he learns the move. On Kenny's side, he's like, fuck that. He writes a letter saying that he feels bad about it. He feels bad about what's going on. He feels like his mental state is important. He feels like he's been putting Spenny through hell. And then Spenny reads it, and he's like, Spenny reads it, and Kenny made a mistake, a grammatical error. And Spenny, as an asshole, he goes in and is like, yo, this is not how you write it. I thought that was really funny. Because again, it's the funny guy versus the serious guy, which is the perfect duo in comedy. And he said, I don't believe it 1 second. Kenny preparation is going to see strippers. There's tits. There's one of them called Rosanna. Whew. And it's funny because one of them went for a male stripper, one of them for a female stripper. You know? Who knows? I was gonna say Hugo, which is, if you know what I'm talking about, you crazy. You got this. Unlock, bro. Unlock. Oh shit. You see, it's windy as fuck. The phone is gonna fall. I have to hold this shit. So at the end, they have a bunch of judge, which are normal women, which I love because they're normal people. Right? Not specialists. They're not professional. They just want to enjoy a good show. Kenny puts the smell. He puts some cheese on him. He shrinks his penis in cold water. He makes it on purpose not to do it. Spenny does a kind of like a role play. He's a nerd and he comes out and he's kind of, not a nerd, kind of like a bad boy. That's pretty much it. So can he lose? Humiliation? I don't know. Not my favorite episode. It's kind of boring, but still. Who's the best figure skater? This one is great. You can tell what I like about season 1 is there's so many episodes that you can tell that it was Spenny that chose it. And there's nothing good because at the end there's like a episode at season 6 which is called Who Can. And Who Can is like, I don't have an idea, I don't have a show. So let's fucking do whatever, right? In this one, they go for figure skating. Spenny is a figure skater. Spenny used to be a ballerina. Trust me on that. So then he goes to figure skater and he rocks it. Right? He has this little suit, and it's kind of funny. Funny thing is, a lot of people don't notice, but the suit that he has and Uzbek figure skater is a suit that he reuses in the Christmas special. How crazy is that? That's completely fucking phenomenal. Apart from that, listen, it's not a super interesting episode when it comes to competition. When it comes to space, Kenny gets injured, and then you realize that Kenny was faking all along. He bought some makeup artist to make it seem like he broke his bone, and it's a really good show because Spenny feels awful. He's trying to help Kenny, but then he helps Kenny, and Kenny takes advantage of without, I don't know if he takes advantage, but he's asking a lot. He's asking a lot. Like, there's the mentality of, he's my friend, I should ask for the bare minimum, versus, hey, I need this shit, give it to me, right? So then Spenny complains, and Spenny is like an asshole, right? And then it's funny that Kenny goes in and he talks about a killdeer, which is a bird that will act injured and run away when a prey's not looking. So that's what he's doing. It's not a super interesting episode. The first time you watch it, it's like, holy shit. The fact that he faked it, the fact that he faked this, he bought people as a first responder. He bought them to come on this. They cut up a Gene, which is, he didn't want to cut up Gene. The makeup team did such a good job. And there's even something that's super funny. The teacher of Spenny is his coach. The coach of Spenny asked Kenny. The coach of Spenny asked Kenny, "Are you okay? Are you good?" He's like, "I'm shivering. I'm cold." So it's really funny, and he ends up with his mom, you know. But it's just. See, the episode is good in the fact that Kenny did something smart. The episode is good in the fact that Kenny pushed Spenny, tortured Spenny. But Spenny once again complains so much that it's not really enjoyable. It kind of sucks, right? Which kind of sucks. Season 1 episode 22. Who can survive in the wood the longest? One of my favorite episodes. It's very torturous. It's very bad, but in a lot of ways. And it's being surrounded with those guys for so long that it really changed. I would have put this episode at last though. I would have did the season finale on this. So, how much percent? 19? Okay, we're good. We're going to be able to finish season 1 at least, and the rest is easy peasy. So, who can survive in the wood the longest is classic survivor mode. They go out, they have nothing on them, they don't have food, they don't have anything, they have to survive in the forest. So now they prepare themselves. I think Kenny brings a whistle. Oh yeah. They both have a whistle, and if they both whistle, they give up on it. Spenny has nothing planned, which is normal for Spenny, and Kenny has a magnifying glass. So they get into trouble right away because Spenny always watch over Kenny, so Kenny cannot do the fire. So the first day Kenny had a fire, and Kenny is kind of like an asshole. But at the same time, Spenny kind of, without deserving it, Spenny, the competition started complaining right away. So Kenny's like, okay, well, I'm going to put the fires. And he's like, if you want some fire, entertain me. So Spenny does a dance, he humiliates himself for fire. And then they fight. And Spenny's like, you're an asshole. You made me do the elephant. Can you believe what you did to me? This is not what true friends should do. Right? And then, which is right, Kenny goes too far, admittedly. But then Kenny answers, you're always complaining. If you don't want to compete, don't compete. You're always complaining. And why is that so cool? Because this is the end. Kenny is an asshole to Spenny, but Spenny does complain. So this would be so cool if they what should we call it? It would be so cool if it was because if it was the finale, if it was because the whole season they fought, they end up declaring draw, which is the first draw, which means that they have to kiss as a humiliation for the team. It's a cool episode, but it's pretty boring. It's a cool episode when you look at it from a psychological perspective. It's a cool episode when you look at it from a critical point of view. As a normal viewer, it's kind of boring because it's those two pushed each other. Those two are tired of each other. Those two are at war. It's possibly the worst they have been. You'll see them fight. You'll see them really fight. Like, for example, Spenny will take a hockey stick and hit Kenny, or a electrical cord and hit Kenny. And that's about it, right? And Kenny will make fun of Spenny. That's pretty much it. This is the worst it gets. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Honestly, it's not the most interesting, but it's a good episode. Some of these episodes, they suffer when you watch them a lot. You know? So for example, imagine feeling bad for Spenny the first time you have to act like an asshole. Imagine seeing this 5-6 times. Like, fuck, I feel really bad, you know? Who will use their arm first? Another cool competition. They go in, and this one is... These are the competitions that I like the most. Let me finally prepare something. So he has a lot. He has a lot of food. He has 3 bottles, which is really good. Kenny is also prepared. He has food. He has coffee prepared, which is great. And they're like, okay, well, let's have this competition. So they both have like their hand tied up. And if you use your hand, you're finished. So then, and then there was literally fireworks or gunshot because I heard like a firework. Then I hear the police go there. So I'm like, holy shit. So Kenny right away fucks with Spenny. So he started fucking with him. Kenny has something to pull down his pants and pulled it back up, which is fucking brilliant. Kenny's super smart. So they go into the competition, right? And then they push away each other. They push each other, but it's still, you know, because it's shitty for both of them. Then they want to have a competition. They want to have a talk. Penny was like, I'm bored. Let's have a talk. Fuck your talk. So then they order pizza. And they're like, yo, let's never fight again. The funny thing is, I don't know why. He's like, okay, Spenny wants to talk. It's like, okay, let's talk outside. And then Spenny goes on the balcony, and Kenny closes the door, which is funny because Spenny cannot open the door with his feet. He can turn the key, but he cannot turn the lock, which is fucking phenomenal. Which is super funny. And then it's talking about appendages. So appendages is like the thing attached to your body works. So then he has a small person friend, which is called Alan. Alan the actor, super nice guy. And he has Alan to help him. And he's pinching at Spenny, and he's using the pincher to pinch Spenny. And he's really an asshole to Spenny. And he's really helpful. And I gotta say, the relationship between the two of them is super nice because they're laughing a lot. They're fucking around a lot, which I love. Spenny once again doesn't have a strategy other than that. But even then, you put a 3 water bottle, and Kenny spits in them. And you're like, yeah, but it's Kenny, you don't expect that, you know? So the competition end, Alan takes the guitar of Spenny, his very first guitar, and throws it from the balcony. And Spenny catch it. That's how he uses his hand. And that's pretty much it. Who can win a court case? Really good episode. Really, really, really good episode. Again, this is more theatrical than anything else. They're talking about a court case and how much a company is making and how much Spenny owes Kenny. So this feels weird because it doesn't feel like a competition. It's Spenny being sued by Kenny because you owe me money. How's that a competition? You know? But at the same time, it's really good. So what exactly happened is they have this KVS production, which is Kenny versus Spenny, and Kenny spent more money than Spenny. So Kenny's like, this is not fair. So then it's super fucking funny because they're constantly arguing. Oh man, this episode is great. So we hear from the crew from the first time. So for example, some of the crew, they're like, oh yeah, Spenny, he's a great guy. He paid for my ticket. And or this other guy, Bobby. I fucking dislike Bobby because I think he's a piece of shit, but that's my opinion. And he's like, I lent money to Bobby, and Bobby said he did. And then Spenny's like, did I ever ask you for it? And Bobby's like, yeah. And otherwise, Kenny, he's being generous. Sebi talks about it, but Sebi is a friend of Kenny since they were very young. So the funny thing is, Kenny used to get high with Sebi's dad. Sorry, I'm gonna go to sleep right after this. When I'm done this, let's go sleep. So it's kind of funny in that case. But apart from that, what else is happening in this one? So Kenny, which is again a smartass, what he does is he has I don't remember what it was. I think it's a phone, and he destroy it, and he create this bug, right? And he pushed this bug on it, and he blackmailed Spenny into thinking that he overheard this conversation. So, oh yeah, he took down an old radio. So then Spenny, he calls Spenny to make fun of him, and then Spenny's like, "How much do you know?" And he's like, "I have a bug in your room. I bugged your phone." So Spenny goes in and check out and find the bug, which is not a bug. It's just to make it believable. It's like, holy shit, like this. And then the funniest thing is, Spenny comes clean and talks about having phone sex, which is totally fine. I had phone sex, no shame there. Think about having phone sex, and it's so fucking funny because Kenny had nothing. So now go to the court case. So Spenny goes in with his lawyers, and he's super happy because it's the what should we call it? It's the this is a limitation. So basically, what happened is when you have a debt, a certain amount of time to pay it. If you don't pay it, it's void because it doesn't. It's just that's a law. So then he's super excited about that. He's like, "Oh, I won the case! I won the case! I won the case! I won the case!" Then the lawyer of Kenny's like, "It only works if he's about to pay you. Let's say he owes you money, but it doesn't work. Its date to pay you back doesn't start. It starts when he's able to pay you. So if the moment he's able to pay you, if when the contract for Kenny versus Penny started, then you're still good." So then they go to the judge. The funniest thing is Kenny is fucking around. You say that Penny trolled Jujubee. Kenny, however, present his evidence in a garbage bag, which is unacceptable, but Kenny still win. The funniest thing is, Spin does a confessional, right? He does a confessional, and he tells the camera, do I owe money to Kenny? He says, yeah. Will I pay him back? Yes. Will I pay him back now? No. So he admitted that he owed money, which was the only proof that they need. And that's pretty much it. That's a whole ass episode. It's not bad, it's not great. It's pretty funny though because there's so much going on. But again, this is season 1. For season 1, this is one of the best episodes. If it was season 4 or 5, this would be great. Oh, I only have 2, but I have 8% left batteries. Okay. Well, I'll do it inside. I'm sorry guys, I'm trying to speed it up because I'm tired. Okay, when the court case, never mind, it's really good. Let's go inside. I got 2. Who's a better boxer and who can live in a van? Let's do who can live in a van the longest before. So this one is actually kind of cool because it's the 2 guys that are stuck together. So we know that they don't coexist nicely together, right? So putting them in a van together is pretty good. Now, this one, I actually have to applaud Spenny. See, I'm a fan of Kenny, but when Spenny does something good, I applaud Spenny. It's rare, but I applaud him. Trying to charge my phone. Trying to charge the phone. This one's not working. This one is working for sure. 6%, baby. Please, please, please. So, in this one, what is really cool is that Spenny is ready. So they both have a plan for the car. So they have to stay in a van, and it's 3 days. The first one to leave the van. Well, the first one, it's complex. Because Spenny does leave the van to sleep on top of it. So, Spenny is afraid of... So, the plan, and again, this is cool because we don't know shit. Apparently, Kenny is not a good driver. So he goes in, and the first thing he wants to do, Spenny's like, I want to be driving. And then Kenny says, okay, well, you'll have the front, I'll have the back. So Kenny, what he does, and that's a beautiful episode for Spenny. I gotta be honest here. So Spenny takes the front. Spenny asks Prankster around his town, what are they coming up with? They're coming up with selling the item of Kenny on in a garage sale. They come up with a vicious dog, which is not vicious at all, and they come up with pranks. So Spenny is well equipped. He has a gas mask. He has food. He's good. Kenny, however, all about comfort. So he has a date, which is funny because the date is the girl from the. I don't remember where she's from. I think it's a date from the. Who does she like better? But I'm not sure. So then, which the funniest thing is, he has everything. He has a game. He has a laptop. He has a portable oven. He has a portable fridge. He has some lighting. The problem is, Kenny uses so much. So for 3 days, they torture each other. There's a really cool thing where Spenny runs out of food and he asks people to ask for to pay for his not to pay for his meal, but to get money to pay, and he gets hustled. So there's this kid. He's like, "Can I? If I give you $10 of chicken, can you get me chicken?" It's like, "How much do you want?" It's like $10 of chicken. It's like, "No, if you give me 20, I'll give you $10 of chicken." And he gets scammed. So the two of them are. It's super fucking funny. Kenny manages to cancel Penny's phone, right? So Kenny, the plan is to look super comfortable because he has a double of the keys. You know that if he drives, Penny is done because Penny will give up. However, Spenny thinks he's smart. So what he does is he leaves the front of the cars and he takes the key with him. But Kenny has a second one. Now, what ended up happening, which is karma, is that Kenny, by using so much juice, total the battery of the car. The car battery is not working, so it cannot start. So it cannot drive. He was seconds away from winning, but he lost. And that is pretty much it. So Spenny wins. And now, who is the better boxer is kind of like a crazy competition. So there's a lot of pent up rage, and physically speaking, Spenny is stronger than Kenny. So they start fighting, and Spenny goes to a fucking dojo and trains and trains and trains and trains. It's like Kenny's like, I'm in trouble. So Kenny, the whole time he's talking to this. A lot of people in the fandoms call him suspicious. I think he's just a quiet guy. But he makes like a kind of like a cage. So he goes into Kenny wardrobes, and he has this transform it into a cage. The door is locked. There's toilet paper. There's TV. The TV is a camera of himself, and he has some books. He has some apples, which Penny loves for some reason. I love apple too, but still, not as much as he do. And he trapped Penny there. He goes to Niagara Falls. He goes to visit places, a museum of criminals, and it's really really fucking good. He just go to have fun, right? He have this love tub. It creates like a literal jail, bro. Literal jail. So then he feels bad. Like I felt bad. Poor guy. I don't know if he's gonna be okay. He has enough oxygen to survive. So then I feel like I'm forgetting something. Oh yeah. So Kenny comes in and he has like this he makes up this armor of foam because he thinks that Spenny's gonna attack him, and then Spenny takes the bucket of shit that he had and throw it on Kenny. Now the time for the competition. They both show up at the ring. Kenny doesn't show up. Spenny wins, and that's pretty much it. So yeah, this is for season 1. Like I told you, season 1 is really good. It's a bit tame because it wasn't for showcase. It was for CBC. A lot of the episodes are good, but it's not the best Penny versus Kenny. It's not the craziest they've been. The show was good. Season 1 was good. Season 1 is more than it's about a third actually of the show. So really fucking good. I'm gonna go sleep. Love you guys. See you guys tomorrow for season 2.